Hi, and welcome to yet another edition of Ask Miss Judes. Yes, I've missed you for a short little while, just a little while. But again, you know life happens. I'm glad to be reconnecting with you. I hope you've been keeping well and enjoying life as God gives it. Today, I wanted to talk very briefly on what I want to call giving up is not an option. Another way of putting it could be rising above, the art of never giving up. This is kind of slightly related to why you haven't heard from me in just a little while, but I'll let that rest for another day. I recently went through an experience with my daughter who was finishing up her master's thesis while studying for med school at the same time and scheduling the thesis defense and all the anxiety. And as I was going through that with her, it cast my mind back. Now, don't judge me. You're going to think I'm old, but it's okay. Almost 3 decades ago, when I went through my own master's thesis situation. And what that reminded me of, and that's why I've captioned it, the art of never giving up, is usually in life when we are going through really difficult situations, at the point where you feel like you can't take it anymore, you're about to give up, I want to encourage you to just hold on. Just one little bit. Why? Usually, victory is on the other side of that feeling. I'm going to actually crave your indulgence. Do me a favor. Just pause for 30 seconds. Think back to your own situation. At what point in life did you think that you were going to give up? And then just at the nick of time, there was a breakthrough. There is a popular saying that the darkest part of the night is just before dawn. And if you can hold on to your faith, hold on to that you believe in, then the prize is just around the corner. So the story of my own dissertation, I hope that you have thought about what I asked you for, because I'm going to be requesting, as usual, that you share in the comment section how you overcame, what helped you to hold on, and so that it becomes a source of encouragement for others who may be going through different challenges. So for me, I was pretty young at the time, in my early 20s. I wanted to get a master's degree and I wanted a PhD before I was 24. Don't ask me where that came from, but anyway, I was working on my master's degree at a very, very well-renowned university in Nigeria. And for some reason, my supervisor decided that he was going to make life hell for me. I struggled, and my thesis was the intersection between English language and the science of speech, because I wanted to be able to help children with speech difficulties. So as at the time, obviously he had a different agenda from what I was pursuing at the time, and he made me do my data analysis 6 times. And it was in those days where you had to write all the phonological signs by hand. So at some point I thought, you know what? I was just 22 and a bit. I don't need a master's degree to survive. I've had it. I did not realize at that point that I was crying and walking down the corridor of the postgraduate school. And the head of the postgraduate school at the time was a wonderful professor. Oh Lord, yeah, I'm not going to cry. He was from a neighboring West African country. And he saw me and he said, come on, what happened to you? That was when I realized I was crying and walking around the corridor. And he said, come, and he pulled me into his office. What's the matter? And I told him, I'm like, I'm tired. I don't even need a master's degree to survive. I don't know why I'm putting up with all this foolishness. This man is stressing me out. I wept and he gave me Kleenex. He gave me like, wipe your tears. I cried in his office and he looked at me straight in the face and said, you are at the end of your journey. And guys, I am not kidding. 3 weeks later, I submitted my thesis. And sometimes I look back and I said, I was 3 weeks away from my master's degree and I was about to throw it all away. And so when my daughter was going through this, I kept saying, just hang in there. Because it was clashing with med school and she was having to make choices. I was like, just hang in there. You've done all the work. You will pull through. And it then dawned on me that but for that professor who intercepted me in the corridor that day, I would have given up on a whole year's work of study and research. And so that helped to motivate me to say, giving up is not an option. Why? The goal for which you're working is just around the corner. And if you give up, then you are the one who've given away all of the work, the vision, the dream that you came with. I want to appeal to you today. What is that challenge that is taking your time, that's making you feel overwhelmed? Is it health? Is it financial? Is it spiritual? Is it work? Whatever it is, I want to submit to you. Hang in there. Hold on to your faith. Pull on the sources of strength that are available to you. God, your family, your friends, wherever you will get that encouraging word like what that professor gave to me. And by the grace of God, what I've been in a position to give to other people is giving up is not an option. The end is just in sight. As usual, I'm going to encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. And please add your experiences to the comment section so that others in our family, our community, can benefit. You may have tried strategies, you may have experiences that will be of benefit. Share, like, subscribe. As usual, if you do not want to put your comments, because I get a lot of emails and I really appreciate you all for that, you can send your email to askmissjudes@gmail.com. So that's askmissjuds@gmail.com. And I look forward to coming your way again real soon. Take care. Bye.